For me, I think it depends on which theater piece you do first. And I think it's also like a kind of mindset, because this is an interesting view of how you separate the dance on the stage and on the battle floor. I think also there's a battle mentality and there's like a stage and art, but for me dance is art also when I battle, like, you know, and if I want to tell stories, I tell it maybe also on the battle floor. And like, for example, on stage, when I do like a theater and I can do whatever I wanted to do, I try to stay at my style, for example, and I try to stay at with my dance. And when I go on a battle, I try to do the same. And this is, I think, a hard thing, to take the same energy and the same mindset, the same thing into the stage, you know? And like, because it's very like different, because the audience is maybe different, and you have judges, you have time limit, you have this, you have another pressure, yeah? And on stage, you already did it. It's like a combo, you know? You know, okay, this time I have this, and when this music, and when the light shuts off, you know? You have another thing. But you can't put it together. When I have, for example, when I have a freestyle part in a theater show, and I can tell a story, I can freestyle, I can do whatever I wanted to do. I don't put like my quality down because I think that the audience maybe don't understand it. Because I don't do it just for the audience, I do it also for myself, because I think that it's my dance and I want to grow, you know? I don't want to be like, okay, because it's just this audience, I dance like this because it's okay, you know? Because it's also my thing. And when I go into the battle floor, I think also the same. I want to grow. It's my dance. Of course, it's an answering thing, and you have a battle partner and something, and maybe the energy and the hype is different, and then you push yourself or whatever. But it's also the same. I can decide by myself, do I want to answer or do I want to tell something, you know? So it's like my vision of it sometimes.
Okay, so I have to adapt something on this, because I make a lot of thinking and research about this, and for me I have a triangle, and in this triangle I have the spirituality, I have the battle, and I have the entertainment. So in this triangle, you use these things, and somewhere in this, you as a person in the moment are somewhere. So when I have a show, it's about the showtime. It's also, I dance for somebody, and I want to tell the message, and I want to tell something. When it's a battle, I'm dancing against somebody, and I want to be better than this guy or this girl. And when it's spiritual and I'm in the club or in my home or chilling with my buddies, you know, then it's a different feeling. But I don't say that it's separated, because it's a triangle. So everything swaps together in some moment and in some moments in time, because you're with your friends, you're feeling good, so you're spiritual, but you're in a battle. So before the battle, you're really chill, and when you're dancing the cypher, you're really for you, and you're enjoying. Then suddenly you have to go on stage, then you're gonna get an adrenaline push, then you're somebody else. Then you are in a battle mode. And then after the battle, you have to go again on stage and make a show with your crew, you know? And then it's like when you have this example in one event, right? So you make a show, you make a battle, and then you dance for yourself. So this thing swaps all together in our culture, and this is actually the beauty in our culture and in our community. But to realize, like in theater, it's the message and the outcome is different than in a battle. And the battle is just it's super simple to understand who's for what you are going there, but it's super difficult in the other way to understand somebody's dancing, to judge also as a judge, because it's a difficult job too. Exactly, for 1 minute or even 30 seconds.
What I wanted to say?
Ja, Iman, du hast mich.
Whoa, okay. And for me, it's also important, I just agree to all of you, but it's also important for me to express myself also in theater and also in the battle. And actually, I wanted to understand that the audience from the theater, for example, it's another world for us, urban dancers, that they understand me as well. Actually, I don't want to tell them actually hip-hop basics or crump basics or stuff like this. I just want that they understand my or our dance or our culture, actually, because they're paying money for us, for example, and they wanted to see something, and I want that they understand us, what we're doing. So for me, it's also, it could be separated, but it's also together, because actually we're all expressing ourselves in both sides and in both worlds, actually. So, yeah.
I agree with Iman. I want to use this thing to answer Dali. The thing I said before about the settings, who is in the room or where you are, why does it change the things? This is how I see it. It's not about the people that are sitting, it's about me. So let's say me and Robo, we have a theater piece, yeah? And at a certain point in our piece, there's a scene where we battle. 1 versus 1, but it's still a theater piece. When there's a normal people, this I guarantee you from my side, if there's normal people, we're going to battle each other. When there's Storm and other people that we know put stress on us, I guarantee the battle will look different. This is how I see it, because I remember something I had 2 months ago in my football training. We start training, and a friend of mine came to me and said, hey, the one who scores more, the one who loses, pays the dinner. So there's druk on both of us. It's pressure. It changes the whole thing. If he wouldn't say anything, I would just do my training normal. This is what I mean. It doesn't matter where you are. It's about you. It's about the whole thing.
Did you pay the dinner?
What?
Did you pay the dinner?
I won.
Okay, I want to add a little thing, also to Iman's, which he said. It's about also the presence and the attitude, because I can say, for example, back in the days when I started like battling and going into the scene and everything, and I had already experience in a lot of acting of the theater, and I took it into my style, so I added to my style. And a lot of people after the battle, they asked me if I act. And I was like very surprised if I do theater. So that's why for me, maybe I don't separate it a lot, because I think like my attitude, it influenced me a lot in my dance, in my attitude, how I stand, how maybe my facial reaction is. And that's why maybe I don't separate it a lot, because I've learned a lot and I used it in my style and used it in my dance. And then it was like for me one. So that's why maybe I cannot like separate it that much, but I really agree with all of the things you said. So thank you.
I wanted to add the perspective on the social context, the social space. So you asked whether there is a difference between a stage and a battle. Then I would ask the next question: what do we mean with battle? Because we were talking about competitions, I guess. So, but a call-out battle, one-on-one, without an audience, is something different than a competition battle with judges, with a judges panel. And then there's this, it's a completely different thing. So you have, maybe you have a stage, and there are different kinds of stages. You have plays, theater plays, where you interact with the audience, where you throw your shit at their face, I don't know. And then you have theater plays where you just do a monologue. Or you have and at the battle, there, like a competition battle, I would also go and perceive it as an argumentation. Yeah, it's like science. There are some scientists, and every one of them has his stance, his paper written, his style, and they have a topic. This is the music, and then they have to come up with answers. And I would use your triangle as the ground on which the answers should be made. So, and if you don't have and this is a dialogue, so if you don't interact with your opponent, it's not a battle, you lose. You can be so expressive as you want, but still, this is the context, and they're going to be facts are important. If you don't throw facts about the situation and your opponent and don't build up on it, what is this? This is not a battle then. This is just self-exposure. Then you can go on the theater and on the stage. So
That's the thing what he say. Like, that's the rule of a battle. You know, when you have a call out, there's no joke. So you even put more energy even in a normal battle. So because it's a call out, he have something against you. So okay, let's go, fuck. You go here, I go here, destroy it, okay? But these are the rules. So you gonna express yourself anyway, okay? So I'm Dalil, I'm really chill. I can express myself in the stage, like with slow music, doing waving in one position for 3 minutes. This is what I like. Or I can be the angry Dalil, you know, going in a battle and I want to destroy. But I'm still Dalil, you know? And it's a difference, like we have rules. If you live from battles, I don't know who is living from battles. Me, at first time I was living from battles because I was battling, I was winning competition and then the jobs came. Okay, so this was like Arbeitsamt, Digga. Das war mein Arbeitsamt. So. And if you live from battles, then you're gonna understand like how easy it is to win. And then you're gonna follow all the time this path, you know? So because you live from that. If you don't live from that, then you don't give a shit. This is who people want to like, I know a lot of people like even from NRW and stuff, they want to express doing my shit. I want to feel free. Yeah, but you always still on the same point. You're always still on the same point. You're gonna dream about winning battles and becoming big and stuff like this, but you don't move. You're still on the same spot because you don't understand like the rules of the battle. It's like self-expression, yes, it's okay, it's a battle, but if your opinion is coming and you're gonna throw like bombs, so you can't go and enjoying yourself. Was heißt erwarten?
Expectation.
And expect that you gonna be on the, I don't know, in 2 years like one of the biggest or famous dancer, you know? So it's like answer. If you throw a bomb, throw a double bomb. So this is the rules of the battle, so you have to win. It's like a dress code of work. If you're working in the police, you have to put the blue uniform. If you work in the bank, you have to put like an Anzug, you know? So like a suit. Suit, yeah. And like the theater stuff is for me like, it's the perfect job. No dress code, you can feel free, express yourself, you know, but the battle is like police. You can go like with jeans and normal shoes, never. You can't go in the car, in the police car and driving like with normal clothes. So you have to put the blue one. So this is like the rules of anything, kind of work, kind of battle and stuff like this.
I want to bring another point into the discussion which you just mentioned is the expectation or the goal, even improvisation, because nevertheless, if you're in a battle or on stage, you not just go inside and just do something and try to feel something. I had a talk earlier this day with Siham that she goes inside and she tried to find something that she's going to work with because you try to bring the element of surprise to the audience. Whether you're battling or you're dancing for an audience, your improvisation still has a goal that you want to follow. You want to express something or find a technique or something new to work with. It's not just like totally free. I mean, there's still like the meaning of why you're doing this, and this is the point to find, whether it's a combo or something else. And even if you don't know it in the beginning, before you go inside, maybe you're gonna like walk on the street and then you find something you're gonna work with in the, so to speak, thing. You know, so this is the aspect I want to bring in, like, what is the goal of your improvisation? What do you want to do? Want to surprise people? Want to find something? Do you want to surprise yourself with something? Or do you care to improvise in a certain style to find a new thing, like you said, the walk out, but you make it different every time you do it? Still it's a combo, still is a popping technique. That's what I want to bring in.
What I believe it's lost in our culture and our community is exactly this, that you go home and find something and present it to the culture. Today we present every time what we already know. so that everybody can understand each other. Before we didn't understand each other, but we saw what is killing me or what I have to kill somebody in the battle, or even when I jam with somebody to show and improvise and going out of the moves that I have. There is, with Po One, I had a speech. He was talking to me when he was battling in freestyle session, I think 99 or 98. And, you know, they battle 1 hour, like 2 crew battles. They battle 1 hour and they cut it for the video because the videotape wasn't so long. And in the end, he said, the guys from his crew say, crash to create, crash to create. So, you know, there are methods suddenly. You crash and then you create out of the crash something, or you fall, or you do something. Nowadays, because of social media and everything, because everything has to be perfect. When you have to go out, you have no crash, you know, like you have to look good on stage. You know, when you start your round, you show that you feel the beat, then you are inside the beat, and then you have a nice ending, and then everybody knows, ah, yes, he knows how to dance. You know, this wasn't like this before. Even when I started dancing, I go inside the thing, I do my move, what I can, and then I see what's happened. You know, this is what's the thing. And with Ken Swift, I was talking, he said, yeah, before, footwork was everything, and we didn't call it breaking, we called it freak dancing. So you go down to the ground and just do something and create on spot something, you know? And I think this is what is missing in our culture, because we are so set, it's so set up. We bought all the vocab, and now we are in this logical realm of, okay, how we can stay inside, and in the end we can move a little bit outside to be more arty and feel myself, but I want to be accepted in the culture too. So this is a big problem what we today have. And, you know, just to enjoy somebody and to see, okay, what he's just expressing right now, or did he do his work? You know, you can see if somebody really worked out with his movements, or if he didn't work out. And then maybe like okay, I know how he moved, but hey, this is new. Wow, this is crazy, incredible. We don't have this. We don't want to get surprised anymore from something. We want to get surprised with something we already know. And this, I think, in the culture is the death of the culture. This is dying. So then we start to think, okay, we put things in the theater. Maybe we make a message with urban or Afro-American dances, you know, and then we have problems how to call something, because we don't want to offend the originals, you know. And this is what I'm like, boy, we are so far. Everything is so competitive, but in a preset competition. And it's really a community, or do we just pretend that it's a community? This is my problem today, because in a real community, after competition, you jam with the people. Today, you don't jam. They just go home after competition. You know, they finish the pre-selection. What? I'm out? Oh, I go home. I go eat now. So where's the community? The community starts when you sit down and you enjoy to watch everybody. And then they enjoy to watch you because you represent something, you know? And it was this rebellion thing, because I finish. It was it was the rebellion thing, that it was like, okay, I want to do what I want to do. Now, no, you don't do what you want to do. You learn first the basics. When you know the vocab, then you are inside. Then you are beginner. So we start to have a hierarchy, right? It's okay. This is super normal, and I'm very. Because this is how we make it further, and they can live by this, right? And we can live by this. But we have to admit that sometimes we have to let go things and be happy with what it is, and just to enjoy each other together. And not doing like, oh man, when I start to talk about ciphering, when they go in the cipher and they dance 5 minutes long, one person, and I'm like, hey, come on, man, it's a conversation. It's not a monologue that you're gonna do. Sorry for my monologue right now. Yes? But, you know, it's all about this. So, yeah, it's many things in the culture that are missing and that are changed because of other things that we solve problems, we have more competition, but we have new problems that we have to solve again. So yeah.
It's like what you say, 100%. Like the last battle, or like the typical battle, pre-selection, you lose, you're still there, you're watching, and then after you're gonna jam. It was 2012. After 2012, the bell's going over, you know? And everybody today have this mindset, I want to be the best. Not like the typical best, the best. No, they want to have the clicks on YouTube, like everybody. They want to have the follower, like the big follower, you know? Sometimes even in my close friends who is not dancing so long, but they're really good, they lose, I go home. And I'm every time like this. Yo, bro, where you go? Where are you going? And I try to talk, no, stay here, stay here, stay here, let's try. We chill, we smoke, we do this, we drink. Stay here. No, no way. Because they have just one thing, I want to win. And if I don't win, my ego is broken and I go home. So, and I really miss these days when we was jamming after the battle. Funky styles, it was the pre-selection, okay, we didn't pass, he didn't pass, he didn't pass. We was jamming from 12 till 5 o'clock in the morning, you know? And in one time in my life I had the same thing, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. And then I was watching breaking again. And then I realized, okay, fuck off. This is why I start to dance. So, and I forgot the win thing, you know? I forgot, I just want to dance. And the thing I just want to dance is just with ciphers, just with jams, you know? Like you're jamming with everybody, like one is from China, one is from Korea, one is from South Africa, I don't know. We don't have it anymore. Since 2012, it's crashed. Because people are too young, people have YouTube. YouTube makes everything perfect, and when it's not perfect, it's not interesting, and I go home. So, and they go home and they don't even practice. So they go home and chill. And then they go on the next day, they go practice a little bit, and on the next weekend, the same thing again, the same thing again, the same thing again. Now, we had a lot of conversation about this, and we don't know how we can build it again, because it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. For me, I don't have hope anymore in this. Mm-hmm. It's finished. When it comes, I don't know. Thank God when it comes, but I don't believe in it, because it's over. I think it's over 100%.
I would like to disagree. I think in a way you're right, and I know exactly what part of the scene you're talking about. But I think one thing, it's always up to you, and it's not like, okay, everybody's doing this, so I'm the victim and there's nothing I can do. You can create events that are exactly the way you want them to be. And I think also I see in the younger generations that some of the people that you teach, you can teach them exactly what you want to see. And I see more that there's a division happening between people who like the scene the way it started, and then people who like the scene the way it's becoming now, YouTube, stage battles and all this. And I think I see more a division between these two and events going in one direction and the other, and I think that's more what's happening right now, that there's like a mainstream scene and then an underground scene, if you want to call it that. And for me, I just try to create events and create situations, jams, whatever, where we have exactly what you are missing so much. And I think it's important that we try to stick with it so that it doesn't die, because I miss it a lot too. But here and there are events that are exactly the way what you're talking about, and I think, yeah, that's just...
We try it.
Okay.
We try it. We try it, like many times, and I was paying the room for nothing. You know, and I was like, why I have to pay? Nobody's coming. I pay the room for nothing. So I stopped with this. Because the part, like when I see south of Germany, they have a big community. You know, when I see like east of Germany, big community. They have like, it's still like this, the old spirit still there. But we are from NRW, and everybody knows NRW is like, it's the cage of the lion. Okay? Not in b-boy, but in the stand-up dance. It's the cage of the lion. And it's especially in our in NRW, especially in NRW, because we have one of the biggest dancer, like who's really famous all over the world. It's coming from NRW. We have the mostly, not mostly, but the most biggest battles are in NRW, you know, and so in our part in NRW, I think it's died. It's finished because it's like everybody want to be the lion there. This is the problem. So we try to do jams, we try to do, and I was like, 5 people is there, okay. I'm spiritual, I have a lot of hope, I try again, I try again, I try again. Fuck off, 2,000 euro minus 2,000. Yo, I pay for you guys, you don't come, you have everything here. I bring people from France, I bring people from Poland, none, nothing, because they don't want to jam anymore. They don't like I don't know, maybe it's about the new hip-hop videos, the new rap things, I don't know, but they don't come, and they don't even try. And when they come, they come just for chill, you know, looking what's going on. Oh, all right, cool. 1 hour later they go, and I was like, okay, I don't understand it, but what I know, what I understand in this part, it's finished. So I'm not your father. I don't know. I can't change your mind or something like that, or to talk to you like a father or something like that. Me, sometimes I want to catch these people and smash them really hard. Like, really hard. Like, what the fuck? What's going on in your brain? Like, bam, bam, bam. Think normal. But I can't. It's impossible. So in our part, it's dead. Just the B-boys do it. Just the B-boys. But that's why I respect the B-boys, the B-boy culture a lot. Mostly than the stand-up dance. Because they have the culture. The culture's still there. They're jamming. They're jamming together. They're doing their stuff, even outside. You know, in Cologne. Yeah, we have the most B-boy in Cologne. Like, that's what I see. So they jam together. You know, the culture's still there. They have a small fire still there. In the stand-up dance, the fire is gone. It's just fake fire, you know. So it's just envy.
I believe it's because they created ciphering, they created, you know, all this. Of course, in LA and so on, they had also battles, but it came more with the hip hop, and hip hop is breaking for me. Real hip hop dancing is breaking, and I don't want to offend the hip hop guys like Buddha Stretch and so on, right? But yeah, because of hip hop, and hip hop was, you know, when they talk about peace, unity, love, and having fun, and they say, yeah, it wasn't like this. I understand this, but when you go international and you see that people love this kind of quote, right? This quote of hip hop, that peace, unity, love, and having fun. So I don't want that it's an illusion, actually. So I fight for it, that it's becoming real soon, because this is how I started with the believing of it. Then people came and they took it away, because then they say, no, it's just the media that say this. And in the streets and in the projects of New York, of course, it was bad. And thank you for the information, but let's go further and build peace, unity, and having fun for real, right? Yes.